'tis the season to be podcasting. Stay inside with a warm beverage and a hot microphone. If you're interested, Spotify can help you out. They've got a platform that lets you make one, distribute it, and earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So you've already got the equipment necessary to start recording today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify, Apple, Google, and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. And when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are an excellent way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Best of all, it's completely free. I switched Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy over to Spotify for Podcasters, and I haven't regretted it. The analytics are fantastic, and the new tools for hosting and updating the feed are way more than I could do self-hosting. Now, it's your turn. Head to podcasters.spotify.com and read all about it. Then, let me know what you're podcasting all about. We're covering horror authors this month. Of course, we had to cap it all off with the master of horror, Stephen King. Hey listeners, this is episode 144 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Rollins, and this week it's 3 rounds of 10 questions about the life and works of Stephen King. If you're new to the show, welcome travelers. We're a weekly trivia podcast that gives you questions and you have to guess the answer. If you don't know, fear not, we'll give you the answer after a few seconds. If you want rules or a scorecard, visit the show's website, dorkygeekynerdy.com. I think we're ready to go, so let's begin. The Dorky Round. Number 1. Though it was the 4th novel he'd written, what was King's first published novel? Carrie. Number 2. King's novella, The Body, was adapted into what 1986 movie starring Will Wheaton and River Phoenix? Stand By Me. Number 3. Jack Nicholson starred in what 1977 King adaptation? The Shining. Number 4. Who is Stephen King's wife? Tabitha Spruce, or Tabitha King. This year, they celebrate 50 years of marriage. Number 5. King played the role of Geordie Verrill in what 1982 movie? Creepshow, based on his own script. Number 6. What King novel introduced us to superfan Annie Wilkes? Misery. Number 7. What breed of dog was Cujo? A Saint Bernard. Number 8. What 1979 novel was turned into a 6-season TV series starting in 2002? The Dead Zone. Number 9. What King novel had a 1958 Plymouth Fury as the antagonist? Christine. Number 10. The book 11/22/63 follows the attempt to stop whose assassination? John F. Kennedy. The Geeky Round. Number 1. King published several short novels like The Running Man and Thinner under what pseudonym? Richard Bachman. Number 2. What novella tells the story of prisoner Andy Dufresne's escape? Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. Number 3. What was the first book in the Dark Tower series? The Gunslinger. Number 4. In 2013, King published what sequel to The Shining? Dr. Sleep. Number 5. What 1978 book was republished in 1990 as the complete and uncut edition? The Stand. Number 6. What serial novel takes place in Cold Mountain Penitentiary? The Green Mile. Number 7. What 1983 Stephen King novel asserts that sometimes dead is better? Pet Sematary. Number 8. Though he published the 7th Dark Tower book in 2004, King returned to the series with what book in 2012? The Wind Through the Keyhole. It takes place between books 4 and 5. Number 9. What is the first novel in the Bill Hodges trilogy? Mr. Mercedes. Number 10. What 2009 novel was adapted into a TV series in 2013? Under the Dome. The Nerdy Round. Number 1. What is King's middle name? Edwin. Number 2. What was King's first short story, Sail? The Glass Floor. He sold it to Startling Mystery Stories in 1967. Number 3. King created what children's book tie-in for the Dark Tower series in 2016? Charlie the Choo-Choo. Number 4. King has co-written 2 books with Peter Straub. What are they? The Talisman and Black House. Number 5. King's first foray into comics was with what Marvel title? Heroes for Hope, starring the X-Men. It was a charity title published in 1985. Number 6. What happened to Stephen King on June 19, 1999? He was hit by a minivan while walking. Number 7. King sometimes narrates his own audiobooks. What's his first narration? On Writing, a memoir of the craft. Number 8. King appears as himself in what 2005 film starring Drew Barrymore and Jimmy Fallon? Fever Pitch. In real life, Stephen King is a big Red Sox fan. Number 9. What Stephen King fantasy novel was originally titled The Napkins? The Eyes of the Dragon. Number 10. What dystopian novel, published in 1982, has the chapters counting down to 0? The Running Man. And we are done. Turn the lights back on and breathe. You survive. We'll be back again next week with a non-horror themed episode. Here's your clue. Robert Pattinson will be taking on the role of what superhero in 2022? 145 episodes in, and I'm just now getting to this guy. Shame on me. Hopefully we'll have some fun and you'll forgive me. This has been episode 144 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. The music has been by Jason Shaw at Audionautics.com. I'm your host, Brian Rollins. Thanks for listening and have a happy Halloween, everyone.